Hey everybody, we're playing Hello Neighbor 2, and we're working on the Day 1 walkthrough achievement slash trophy. Concept of this game is going to be searching areas, avoiding being detected by whoever's monitoring those spaces, right? So there's a house, a museum, a bakery, another house, and you're simply trying to solve puzzles without being seen, alright? So let me just show you real quick. This is the cop in Day 1. He's monitoring this house here that we're going to have to eventually enter. But this is what it looks like when you get captured. You get thrown back out into the front area of whatever space you're searching through. When that happens, you will lose some of your items and equipment. Not necessarily all of them, but you will lose some. Okay, so make sure that you're just being aware of the things that you have and the things that you're losing, because if, let's say, for instance, you need a crowbar, you might have to go find another one, right, if you get caught. So we're inside the treehouse across from the Day 1 house. We're going to open up this wall here, and we're going to grab this sword with the arm, and we're just going to put it on this robot and manipulate it a little bit until we see green eyes. It's going to indicate that we have everything in the right spot. The shield will need to turn as well as the sword. Once this happens, we're going to gain access to a flip switch. So we're going to take this switch here and switch these tracks for this train. At that point, the train is then going to push a pair of scissors through that little cardboard box there. You can grab the scissors. You will need the scissors for the Day 1 house. As far as the tutorial is concerned, it was helpful to the degree that it showed you how things are placed and what buttons to press, like a typical tutorial would. However, the puzzles aspect of the game is the most difficult part of it all. It's incorporating being captured by monitors of these spaces, but knowing where the pieces are, how to find them, and how to collect them is the most difficult part. So we're in the Day 1 house. There are a few puzzles inside here. You will need some of your tools. Those scissors will come in handy a little bit later, but it's best to just go ahead and pick them up before you even enter this house. So we need 3 dolls here. We've grabbed one already inside that wall, and we're going to place the dolls on top of a house according to that picture on the refrigerator there. So we have one of the dolls here. We're going to go grab the other one. Behind this painting or this picture frame, there is a spin dial. You're going to unlock this N-O-T. So you're going to spell not, and it's going to open up this door here for you so that we can grab another doll. There's a crowbar there if you need it. So if you don't have the same crowbar that you had in the tutorial, you can go ahead and pick one up there. And then your third doll is going to be on top of this, inside this hole in the wall. And that map there actually indicates that there are scissors across the street in the treehouse. So all over the place in this game, there will be indications, maps, signs, puzzles, pictures, just various attempts to display where you need to be going next. But once you put those dolls on that house in the particular order, it's going to give you a key. And as you can see here, there are 4 key locks that you need keys for. So not too bad for the first key, and honestly, as long as you know what you're doing, the puzzles aren't that difficult. The hardest part about the puzzles is just determining, you know, like most puzzles, where to start, right? So we're working on the next key here, and we're going to collect these blocks. A couple of things I want to show you. All right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're captured or caught. So the police officer is going to catch me inside here. I'm going to speed things up just to show you that you do have to go back and collect the items for the puzzle. So like I mentioned, there are things inside your inventory that will be removed upon being captured or caught by whoever's monitoring the space. When that happens, for instance here, those blocks were put back where they belonged inside the house. Not necessarily where they belonged, but where they started, right? So you're going to have to go back and collect those things. There are things that will remain in your inventory, your scissors, your crowbar. So I needed to get that cop out of there. I went and hit that alarm clock, and that's a fairly good point that there are things around the houses and the other spaces that you can use to manipulate those who are monitoring those spaces. We'll just call them hall monitors. So your hall monitors will wander off and, you know, go inspect where that noise came from. But now that we have all 4 blocks here, very, very simple. You're going to place them on the corresponding colors on top of that shelf there, and that will indicate the code here. You'll grab the key, right? The order of the code. Grab this key here, and I just fast forwarded a little bit because I had to run around from that cop. He was in my way. So unlock the second lock, and we're moving on to puzzle number 3. It's at this point you will need the scissors, so you can bust those out, and we're going to go upstairs with those scissors, cut this police tape here, and the last 2 keys will be located inside the upper story of this house. I'm going to grab this switch here, open this wall. The scissors can be used to cut cobwebs or spider webs, so that's worth mentioning as well. You're going to grab this battery here. So crowbars will open up wood planks and boxes, and your scissors will cut spider webs and police tape. I'm going to place this battery on this switch, hit the switch, the car goes underneath the bed. You're going to hit the switch again, and the car will come back with a key, right? So I got caught there again, and I had to come back and grab the key again, but you do not have to grab the battery will stay there. Okay, so I see this pillow here with a patch on it, can be cut, similar to the police tape and the spider webs. It's going to give us a portion of a picture frame. I had to cut there again too because the police officer was upstairs and wandering around, so I don't want to make you guys have to wait through all of that. Just going to speed things along here as best we can. We see some police tape again over here, so we're going to actually go up on top of this. So you notice that police tape is going to have something else behind it for sure, but we're going to place this picture here, the portion of the picture, inside the picture frame, just so that we don't lose that if we happen to get caught again. I'm being a little risky carrying around this key with me, but I won't have to go back downstairs just yet. Okay, so pulled out my crowbar to cut something. That's not the way to go, so we need the scissors. Grab that piece of the picture, put it on the picture frame, and we need 2 more here. So police officer shows up. I had to run around, do some escape stuff, right? And then I went down and actually hit that key there that I had. So that's the only bit that was removed from the video here. This is the 3rd piece of the picture in the picture frame that we need to collect. The last one is a little bit tricky, so show you what that looks like right now after we pop that one inside there. We're going to climb on top of this shelf. We're going to use our scissors to cut this spider web so that we can grab this kettlebell here. And then the kettlebell is going to be used on a platform, but we need to lure the cop inside here because he's in the room that we need to access. Just waiting it out in here. As much as the monitors are annoying, the hall monitors are annoying in these spaces, they are pretty stupid, so you can distract them fairly easily, and you can also run faster than they can, so that helps too. Go put that kettlebell on that platform. It's going to give you the last picture piece for the picture frame, and that will give us another key once we put that inside here. The key for this is a little difficult to grab. I found trouble with it, so if anybody else is, I'll show you an easy way to snatch it up. You just have to jump on some boxes if you can't quite see it. So I'm going to put this last picture piece in the picture frame. It's going to open up a drawer here, and as you can see, you can't quite see down inside that, so we're going to hop up onto these boxes over here on the right hand side, and all you need is just the icon, right, for a split second to be able to grab this thing, right? And that's the case across the board throughout the entire game. As long as you're just close enough to snag the item, it really doesn't matter where you're standing. Okay, so I'm gonna take this key here, and that is the last one. All right, So it was the dolls on the house, the 4 blocks and that safe, the picture frame, and the car, the toy car under the bed. Alright, so now after this little load screen here, achievement will pop for you. We're going to move on to a cutscene once we unlock this basement here. There's a key on the end table there, but that does it for day 1.